Hitler, hailing the Nazis. I really don't think that he was, because I honestly think that Hitler was a good guy based upon my own research, not my public education indoctrination. I really do think before Hitler got on meth, he was a guy to go fishing with. He fought for his country. He wanted to purify it by kicking the greedy Jews out that were destroying his country and turning them all into gays. They were gaying out the kids. They were queering out the women. They were queering out the dudes. They were, you know what her first tranny surgery ever was? Happened to be in Germany before Hitler took over. You know the books that everybody makes fun of Hitler burning? You know what the books was? Queer books. Hitler burned queer books because Hitler didn't want a bunch of queers destroying his nation. They can't produce children.
But what about...
Not a fun topic to talk about the Bryce stuff. I think that's a great statement that you just gave. Does Bryce Mitchell face a punishment from the UFC for saying
That's what everybody wants to hear about punishments. Free speech. I don't have to love it. You don't have to love it. You know.
I agree with that, the free speech sentiment. Is there a concern, though, right, if he goes out and wins a fight and gets a mic?
Well, that's the beautiful thing about this business. For all of you that hate Bryce Mitchell, you get to see him hopefully get his ass whooped on global television. I mean, what do you want me to say about it? You know where I am with free speech. We're disgusted by it. I think he's probably one of the dumbest, literally one of the dumbest human beings. Let's not forget that this is a guy who took a drill through his nutsack, then had to reverse it and put the drill back out of his. That's the level of stupid that we're talking about here. And I could probably go on for 10 minutes talking about how dumb Bryce Mitchell is. But guess what? Bryce Mitchell has a podcast.
I believe this was episode 1.
What a way to start. But that's the world that we live in now. Dumb people who are really stupid and really ignorant can have a voice. We don't have to agree with it. We don't have to like it. I'm giving you mine and the UFC's position on what he had to say. You know, and this is no different than things that I've said about Strickland, you know? But I will say this. Out of all the dumb, ignorant shit I've heard in my life, this has to be the dumbest and most ignorant.
Last thing from me on this. When you spoke to Bryce about it and said, this is disgusting, did he have any sort of like, oh, I was just talking, or did he walk it back at all?
His thing was, I'm sorry if I put you guys in any position, and, you know.
But not sorry for saying.
He's stupid. He's dumb. You can't fix dumb people. You know what I mean? When you have somebody that's really, really stupid, and that's who we're talking about here, what do you do? How do you talk sense to a dummy?
Não sei, acho que tudo é possível, mas é uma coisa que não dá pra planejar. Mas é uma coisa que eu tenho vontade.
That's something that he really wants, but you know, he's on a contract to UFC. We know McGregor did it. Don't know how he would, but it's something that he really like to do.
Yeah, who would be somebody that be a big fight for him in boxing right now?
Pô, campeão, né? Eu sou campeão, acho que é igual o Alexander Usyk.
Cruiserweight.
Well, he's the champ. He would like to fight the champ. So Alexander Usyk is the fight that he wants.
Wow! That'd be a super fight. Wow. That'd be fight of the century.
Pô, também já fiz spar com um cara experiente, o Plínio sabe, né? E fui muito bem nos spar. E os caras estão ganhando tudo aí.
He feel that he could do really good. Like, people talk about boxing, but boxing is one of his strongest parts. And yeah, if he's supposed to fight, he's the champ. He want to fight the champ. So he'll fight Alexander Usyk. He thinks he could go head to head with him. He think he's up there. Me personally, I put him already to spar some world-class top 10 heavyweight boxers. Guys with names, real good names. Not that I'm not gonna mention, but he did really good, bro. So I think he could do good.
Wow.
I believe in him.
Wow.
You looking at the landscape, being a former champion, do you agree with that? Do you feel like we have a champion here for a long time?
100%. I told him in the back room after he won, I said, brother, I'm telling you right now, you just got your first defense over who they said is supposed to be the toughest guy, and look what you did. Look how you made him look. I thought it was 4-1 easily. And with that said, who's his next toughest challenger? I mean, he 50-45 Piotr Jan, who's a tough dude. Obviously, he's looked incredible in his last few fights, but I just think the gas tank is such a weapon. I told him, if you want to be the champ for a while, you will be the champ for a while, and you will break my record. It's just up to you. The only person who can beat you is yourself. I truly do believe that.